Today we're going to be taking a look at the Fang Keeper, but definitely not like you think, because today we turn this card into an absolute value factory. Alright guys, we might have just figured out a way to break this brand new card, Fang Keeper's Familiar. If you guys are unfamiliar with this card, it is a sweet new snake that we got here that allows us to play it with flash, but also comes into the battlefield with 3 options to choose from, all of which are very good. We can destroy enchantments, which is very relevant, especially with today's build, gaining life and surveilling, and then countering a target creature spell. Now, this card is really sick, and the very first thing I thought about this card when I saw it is that I really wanted to play it with Kaito. If you guys are unfamiliar with this Kaito, that's because it's the one that's played probably the least, but my favorite of the 3. This one right here comes in, and it allows you to basically trigger its loyalty abilities 2 times if you meet a certain condition. That condition is that a creature has to attack into the opponent and land damage, and you return it to your hand. So this works extremely well with the Familiar because you can give a creature on the other end the ability to not be able to block or attack in, bring the Fang Keeper back, and play it again, which is so absurd and so much value, which is why I called this thing a value factory, because that's all it does is it pumps out value endlessly. Because the beginning of the game, it looks very familiar, right? Our 1 and 2 drops here look very similar to something we've seen before, which is the Demir self-bounce deck that works off of the Nightmare to, you know, force discards out of the hand, deal damage. This is a very good long game win con here, but also disrupts the opponent. Same with the Momentum Breaker. It's also going to generate a lot of discard for us today, but also good removal. And then we've got other creatures that work extremely well here, like Fear of Isolation, because not only does this bounce one of our enchantments back to our hand to recast again later, but this is also a great elusive creature that can attack into the opponent, and Kaito can send it back to our hand to play again over and over again. Same thing with the Channeler. Bounces something from either our side or the opponent's side, but there's some really good value here today with the Channeler because we can choose 2 other options, like creating a bird and also drawing a card when it's relevant. And because we are Sultai, I wanted to get use out of the the green mana a little bit more here, and I wanted to try out the bargain. Oh my god, this card is good. This is one of the best sort of card advantage pieces we've got now with instant speed. It is really, really good. And I love it because, you know, it requires Sultai mana, which is really interesting. But anyways, that's the deck, guys. It repeats itself over and over and over and generates more value than the opponent in the long game. And nobody can generally keep up with all the card draw and draining that we're doing and gaining life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. One of my favorites. I actually extended the video a little bit because I couldn't stop playing this deck. And I hope you have fun with this one, guys. Peace out. All right, today's deck list is kind of crazy. The snake has been absolutely incredible, and mixed with Kaito, bouncing it back and forth. We just had one of the craziest, like, just most nuanced fun game we've had in a long time this last matchup. So I'm hoping we can repeat that. I wasn't recording. I was still trying to fine tune the deck list, but I feel like we've got it dialed in now. The opponent though on Izzet does kind of scare me here. Okay, very strange. Like a budget friendly Jeskai. All right, I'm just gonna go with our top deck there. The bargain is a really good card of finding like things like Kaito and stuff. We also need to just find like a discard enchantment that we can bounce a bunch of times. Maybe like a Hopeless Nightmare or something. All right, we got the Cutter on the field, so it is in fact going to be a Cutter deck. I thought that's what it was to start it, but then they played some Jeskai lands, which threw me off. All right, discarding effect. More card draws, pretty solid. I've already got a bounce effect. I need to go find Kaito, right? So this is a good card to take here. I like it. I like it. We can attack their hand twice here in 1 turn. Love it. We're taking a lot of damage, but that's kind of what our deck does. Unfortunately, it takes damage because we have a lot of low drops. So pain lands are very helpful with this build. All right, another discard. The opponent dropped off exile token, returns to the battlefield under control, and it's sheltered. Okay. Very interesting choices there. They're on their way to diamond right now. That's the crazy part. Is like their lands kind of seem like budget lands and a very odd sort of Jeskai Cutter deck, but it's clearly working for them. They're higher ranked than me, so. I'm not under a lot of pressure yet, though. Ah, the grappler. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That is something I need to take out, though. Can't really afford for that to stick around. And then I've got another nowhere to run at instant speed here just to take out maybe a cutter trigger if they end up getting it, but who knows. Do they have another one of these grapplers? No. No grappler. All right. I guess let's go take a look and see if we can find a Kaito. Or snake. A snake would be good, but nope. Neither. None of the above. Okay, we're going to take you and you, actually. All right, let's hit their hand one more time, taking a little bit more damage. We are going to gain a lot of life off these momentum breakers, though, if we need to. Another Sheltered by Ghost is down. Interesting. They must have kept a really bad hand or something here, man. All right, here we go. Now they're cooking. I spoke too soon. Spoke a little too soon there. All right, sure. And they're in for 4. Now, we've already taken a lot of damage thanks to my own screw-ups here, but I think we'll be okay. The snake came at a perfect time here, allowing us to destroy the target enchantment here. And let's see, we'll probably... I mean, we can just bypass bouncing these back to my hand to just bounce a token here, right? Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. We'll attack in for the 1. That works for me. I think we're gonna win this one. I think they're a little bit too slow. I mean, it depends if they got a two spells in 1 turn here or not. If they can't pull it together, wow, that's a good find. It's a really good find there. They're definitely gonna trigger the cutters again. And a Sheltered by Ghosts. Wow. Well, that gives me a good nowhere to run then. Okay, that actually gives me a really good nowhere to run. I like it. All right, we will trade here. Very close to death here. It's a great card. That is a really good card. All right, we're gonna take you out. No ward is gonna stop me from doing that. Gonna destroy the enchantment here. And then we can flash this in for some more life gain too. Or I could gain 4 off of this. Either way, it's not bad. They say good game. I wonder why. Are we saying good game because you got a really good top deck, or because you think you are defeated now? Looks like because maybe they're defeated now. All right. Sure. They don't know about my friend here. They don't know about my friend here. That's the card we're looking for. Let's go. We got the Kaito. Oh, yeah. Good game indeed, my friend. Good game indeed. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. All right, Kaito comes down. We draw a card. We're in for an attack. We return our familiar to be recast again later. Draw another card. Just so much value. End the turn. Look to do one of these. Or just to gain 4 life here actually would probably be more advantageous. Yeah, let's just gain some life here. Go up to 9. Draw another card. Oh, we're cooking now, guys. We are cooking now. Let's go. Let's do a Storm Chaser's talent here. Let's draw some cards. And we'll take you and another one of you. Seems good to me. And why the heck not, right? Why the heck not? Let's take that last card out of their hand, stopping them from any sort of 2-for-1 next turn. And GG's with the damage. Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted just a little bit earlier. That took a little while to get there, but my goodness, it goes crazy when you get it. Man, when this thing gets going, it's so much fun. All right, the opponent's going first. We have a pretty good hand here because we've got a lot of removal. And of course it's mono red. So perfect. I'm glad we kept this hand. That works out pretty nicely. Hopefully they commit heavy to the Heartfire Hero here with like a pump spell maybe. Okay, that's a way to do it. Caretaker's Talent, good. Good, good, good. We take 3, but we're dealing with it in a very efficient way where it doesn't actually end up dealing damage to us. And we have to do it now so they don't respond with any sort of pump spell. That works good for me. Thank you. Sorry. I know that probably didn't feel good. All right, another mouse. Who could have guessed it? Oh yeah, me. All right, let's do Nowhere to Run again. Sort of a similar idea though. It's like I could use it before they can respond, but they do have 1 mana that they could end up giving this like they can give this the 1 Manifest Dread spell where it can come back. So I think I'm gonna have to do this. Like where, you know, I don't know what the card is called, but there's a card basically for 1 mana. It gives the ability that when your creature dies to manifest dread and it pumps it up or whatever. And I thought maybe that's what they were going to play there, but apparently this isn't a fling deck like I thought it was. Okay, this is good. Okay, hitting their opponent's hand here. They don't have another creature. We know this. I wonder if their whole hand is just filled with pump spells. Maybe monstrous rages and things like that. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Hexproof. Oh, that's Snakeskin Veil. That's just a different. That's just a different artwork. All right, let's go ahead and get as many of these as possible. All right, I like my chances for success here. Little bit of a fast start for them, but we've got plenty of removal. We just happen to have a really good hand for this matchup, so I'm very happy. We're gonna attack, and I think I'm just gonna chill here, guys, because if I play the Aether Channeler here and I try to like bounce something back to my hand, sure, I can replay another Hopeless Nightmare, but if they draw a creature and they get double the amount of counters on them, the Nowhere to Run is not going to be nearly as good. So I kind of have to do it before they're able to get 1/1 counters onto the creature, you know? All right. Just going to activate this, I think. And what do we got? We got 2 lands. I'll take 1 more land because I'd like to play the Aether Channeler here if possible. Bouncing my my breaker. And that way I can leave some mana open to use the Nowhere to Run. They say good game. I do think it is good game, but I don't know if the opponent is going to concede or not. So we're going to continue as if they're not. Beautiful. Let's go, man. Love that. I got the speed up too. Sorry, I just got ice in my mouth. I got the speed up, which means the Momentum Breaker gains me 4 life now. My apologies. All right. Yeah, they're not doing a whole lot of anything here. Keep in mind too, what gives us another really big edge here is the fact that it's the fact that Nowhere to Run can erase the ward, right? And they're gonna get ward on all of their creatures, but it really doesn't matter. Another Snakeskin Veil down. We're just gonna keep beating them down slowly here. I hope we can get like a Kaito off the top. That'd be nice. Or even the snake, so we can start destroying some of these enchantments, but it's kind of irrelevant. It works out. Opponent lost their first 2 creatures, and that's a wrap. Beautiful. All right, here we go. On a roll. This hand looks fantastic. We've got the discard right away, some bounce, and we've got the bargain to go find some more tools. Okay. That is a little scary. Yeah, that's a little scary, just because the opponent could reanimate something like a... I don't know. I guess Valgavoth isn't that scary because we're able to deal with it with Momentum Breaker, and if we get a Hopeless Night or a Nowhere to Run down beforehand, there won't be any ward that we have to pay on it. So I don't know. I guess it comes down to whether or not they have like a Tali or what their reanimation piece is here, but it's looking like Valgavoth for the time being, and then also discarding probably doesn't help our case here because we probably force them to discard something they need into the graveyard. Go for the throats. Bitter Triumph. Okay, and that's a demon. A 6/6 as a 4 mana demon. At the beginning of each combat, an opponent may sacrifice a creature of their choice. If a player does, tap this creature and put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay. Momentum Breaker is kind of nice. Momentum Breaker is kind of nice. And I could actually end up just taking... You know, that's what I'll do. I'm going to end up taking the last card in their hand here, forcing them in a situation where, like, if that's a land, they're going to need to get really lucky to hit a land off the top. It's not a land. It was a demon. And they hit a land off the top. All right, here comes the reanimation of the demon. That's okay, though. It's just a 4-mana demon. I don't know why you'd want to even, like, really reanimate that anyways, but to each their own, I guess. All right, I guess what we do here is just send the demon back, slow him down a little bit here. I mean, that seems okay. Just slow him down a little bit. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect with this deck. I'm not going to lie. It's clearly trying to get a Valgavoth, I would imagine, but they just don't have it yet. So we're getting pretty lucky with that, but to reanimate a 4-mana demon just doesn't seem very valuable. So if I play this, like try to go find a land. Let's play this, try to find a land, and then just play the Momentum Breaker for now. We'll take 6 over the top. It is what it is. I need to keep hitting land drops so I can play things like Momentum Breaker and then bounce it back into my hand. So land, Kaito, beautiful. All right, we know they're gonna sacrifice the Faithful. It's all good. Or they might just sacrifice the demon and reanimate the demon again, but that seems like a waste of mana and time. All right. Decline. No attacks. Giving me the ability to shut this down is kind of interesting. I can sacrifice a creature, huh? I think I might do that. I think I'll sacrifice the Otter here, and then I'll play Kaito, which can shut it down permanently from attacking into us, which is good. Just don't be an Annex. If it's an Annex, that's going to be a bummer. I can blow up the Annex with the snake, though. Hopefully I can find a snake just to keep them off the Annex. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to shut this one down from attacking into us. We're going to attack. No, thank you. No, thank you. Attacking in. Sending this back to our hand. This is where things get really, really fun, guys. All right, so we're going to stop you from attacking in as well. Take the last card from your hand. Hopefully it's something valuable. It was, in fact, pretty valuable. All right, another land is fantastic. We do one of these first. Return. Play it out. Let's see which one they sacrifice. Clearly the 6/6 is going to go here, and I am totally okay with that. And then we'll take the Kaito, shutting down the demon again. Decline.
Too slow.
Sorry. I took a deep breath there and tickled my throat. All right, so the demon decline. Can't do anything with it anyways. It's a sitting duck at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna have to draw, take 2 here. It is what it is. Not the card I needed. Okay, so let's see. If I play the bargain first, I take 1, I go to 6. I get to put 2 cards in my hand. This is not actually drawing cards, so it won't actually end up triggering this. I'll still have 3 mana left over to work with, which is pretty good. What am I'm trying to find what, though? A Momentum Breaker, some land? Like, what are we trying to find here? Because I probably am better off if I just do this, bounce the Momentum Breaker and replay it and take out one of these. Yeah, I think there's more value than that in that play. Ah, man, that's tough, though. I don't love it. All right, let's see which one they take down here. It's got to be the demon, right? The Shieldred's actually actively hurting me pretty bad here. All right, shut down the Shieldred for now. Send it on in. Dude, Kaito and the Aether Channeler are putting in work right now. Now I'll create a 2/2 that can gain me some life. Deep Cavern Bat is annoying, but they do have to take nowhere to run, so. Or not. Take whatever you want to take, I guess. To each their own. All right, we're gonna draw a card here. It's a land. Tough. Blow you up. I don't know why they did it that way. That seems very odd to me, but... All right, hopefully... I was gonna say, hopefully I can actually draw into a black source here, but I don't really want to draw a card here. Drawing a card would be pretty bad.
Too slow.
Okay, so I could send this back and gain some life and get another one. Yeah, that seems pretty good, actually. I'm giving up my opportunity here, though, at potentially bouncing something again next turn, which is unfortunate. Awesome. GG's. Okay, they weren't able to play a spell that turn. We finally got them off a turn, which means it's game over for them. Because we Momentum Breaker, we can gain 4 life off the Momentum Breaker. We can also gain life off these tokens that we're generating. Unless they flash something in here. They could technically flash a creature in here, I guess, if... I don't think Mono Black has any creatures, though, to flash in, or any tokens to create, so... Pretty sure this is gonna work. All right, it lands. And they do have something here. Just some removal, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Now we can draw cards in peace. Nice. Pretty good pull right there. Draw some more cards. It's getting spicy now.
Even I learned something.
Man, taking damage again for this? Do we have like no blue lands that... Yeah, all of our blue lands hurt us, man. That's tough. Shoot, that's so tough. I want this last card out of their hand, though, you know? All right, get that last card out of their hand. See what it ends up being here. We'll... Oh, it's a Valgavoth. That's actually not something we wanted to discard. The opponent's down to 1, though. GG's. G to the G's, my man. G to the G's. What a game. What a game. See, now that was like a really solid game beginning to end. We really controlled the board. We had to try some nuance there. I love the fact of this deck that it feels different every time we play it. So, GG. Holy otters. Okay. This is something. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure this is a mulligan. I like me an otter or two, but that is just crazy. I don't like otters that much. Okay, so we're gonna probably send back the Aether Channeler here because we got the talent into the isolation into a bargain, which is a really good curve. Maybe that's what's going on with me today, man. I just feel so like, I don't know, itchy at the throat and nose. Maybe it's allergies. It did just rain a lot the last couple of days and it's starting to warm up, so it makes sense. Yeah, it's a crazy weather we're having in Arizona right now, man. We went from 70 something degrees high the other day because it rained, and then on Saturday it's supposed to be like 105. It's ridiculous. Okay. I don't love mono red here without the removal. With removal, I'm totally chilling. All right, we know what's gonna happen here. The Scamp is just gonna go absolutely nuclear with pump spells. Oh, okay. You know what? They're gonna blow up my otter anyways, right? So let's just do this. I'm really surprised they just gave that up like that. That seems kind of strange. I love that off the top, dude. Let's go. All right, now we're getting spicy. Now they're in trouble. Sure. Another land. I really hope they save the Ruckus. If they go Ruckus first here, that's kind of a bummer because then I want to go nowhere to run before they're able to draw the cards. But if they commit more mana here first with like, you know, more pump spells. Or that works too. All right. That takes care of that. And then if I can get Kaito, oh man, I was really hoping we get a Kaito there. All right, I guess. Man, I really want to be able to blow this up, but I can't. There's just no way because I can't get this back and have mana open for it either. So, man, oh man, one land there would have been perfect, but of course not. Hopefully we can survive one more turn. I know they're about to go crazy. They're about to go crazy with the scamp here. My guess is they're going to try to set it up for a one-turn kill, like fling. I like the land, though. That's really nice. That gives them less opportunities to, you know, to go crazy. Yep. Yep. And what else you got? Monstrous Rage. Yep. 6, 7, 8. Oh wow, they got 16 damage here, man. Holy cow. I am so unlucky, man. If I had just hit one land there, like, they had no chance. Like, this game wouldn't even be close. They draw two. They might just get a burst lightning to win the game here. Or that works too. Basically a burst lightning. All right, well, that's mono red for you. I didn't have the removal early enough, and that'll happen. Okay, now see, this is a really good looking hand right here. We've got this. We'll keep this. See what we can do with it. By the way, I'm pretty sure I don't want the Risen Reefs in our deck list anymore. I had them in there at the beginning, starting to think that they're not as good. I mean, they did help me close one game out pre-recording. Maybe I should keep them. I don't know. I hate that we got the duress treatment there off the bat. That was pretty unfortunate. Liliana. Not bad. Okay, we got to keep the green land. I guess we dropped the land that hurts us here, right? I have a pretty decent idea here of what I think I want to do, which I think it's going to be playing an Aether Channeler and then creating a bird, actually. This is where this card's uniqueness kind of comes into play here, because the opponent has to -2 with Liliana, I'm sure, and then they're going to have to commit a removal spell, which is not as easy as just hitting a -2 on Liliana, you know? Now they're going to -2, keeps them off of drawing. Or keeps them off of discarding, my bad. I don't know what I'm saying today, guys. I'm a little out of it. I was up really late last night making yesterday's video. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, at least they used up 2 removal spells, right? So I guess I can't be too upset about that. Let's do this. I'm going to keep the land actually in my hand as a means of fodder here to a discard if the opponent wants to keep committing to the discarding plan. Deep Cavern Bats. All right, take the bargain. Take the bargain, I dare ya. All right, well, the bat does provide some decent blocks here to the Liliana. Yeah, no surprise there. This is interesting, man. What do I do? If I send both of these, they block here, right? I do have to send both though, because I have to hit Liliana. I have to hit it because if I don't hit it, they ult it, and if they ult it, we're in a bit of a pinch. So gonna have to do it like this, I think. This is a really tricky game, huh? I like that though. All right, let's see what we can draw here. I think that's, yeah, that's good, because then it can give me something to bounce back to my hand here with the isolation next turn, maybe. But then again, it's like we're gonna have to discard something here. Are we okay with that? All right, that can't block, so that's fine. Oh, they -2? Okay.
Sacrifices must be made.
I can dig it. That's nice. That works for me, man. That works for me. Another -2 is fine as well. Mishra's Foundry, that does activate as a 2/2 creature. Something to think about, but that's not the cavern though, which is weird. Usually you want the cavern because it can be a demon. Can't believe they completely gave up on Liliana's potential for an alt. They were kind of keep me in a pinch there, but now I feel better. All right. Kaito, my man. If we play this and draw a card, they bring this down, attack into it. That's still, in my opinion, okay. That's okay. I don't think they can kill the Kaito here on the next turn, so I think it's going to get some play here. Couple of extra cards being drawn. Don't mind that because now we can attack with our creature land to take out the Liliana. What did they draw though? This is where it all this is what it all comes down to here. What did they draw? Oh, isn't that the $1 million question? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's basically nothing. Okay, and then they don't even attack into the Kaito. That's really good for us. Also, they could get a little bit of extra discarding. Greedy, man. You're greedy. Especially when I'm the one here, you know, drawing extra cards. Oh, that only takes 2 to activate that? I was thinking of the other cavern. All right. Start with the card draw.
I got fresh intel.
If I do this, I want a nowhere to run. Otherwise, we're in a bit of a pinch here. If I don't get a nowhere to run, tell you what, I'll just use my creature land as a way to block for the Kaito. And if they don't attack the Kaito, I'll just use the bargain. Either way, it's a win for me, I think. Go ahead, man. Attack away. Attack until your heart's content. If they hit go for the throat or something, I'm going to be pretty upset. That would be pretty overpowered if they hit that. A little OD. All right, we don't mind that. Ah, betrayal. Good thing that's sorcery speed. Holy cow, that could have been ugly. All right, now we can confidently and easily take out the Liliana here. Hit some good stuff, hopefully. Not really. The Aclazotz we hit, which is nice. All right, extra card and nowhere to run. All right, cool, cool, cool. I mean, I don't think they can beat us now. We've got the Kaito on the field. We're doing our thing, and there's nothing stopping us going forward now. So, oh, there we go. That's a good one right there. Let's see what we draw first.
I got fresh intel.
We need a land here. We got the land, but not the on-tap land, so that's tough. Momentum Breaker, I think. All right, so there won't be any flashing in of the, unfortunately, the familiar. I was hoping to hit an on-tap land there so I could play it. I got a little greedy, I can't lie. Draw a card. It's a land. All right, we're chilling, dude. We are so chilling right now. Opponent can't do anything. We're about to start gaining life, surveilling. I could destroy enchantments if they got, you know. Okay, that's fine. Totally fine with me, man. Here we go. This is where it gets really fun. We're gonna go with the familiar, surveil. Nowhere to run. Take out the slasher. All right, and we're in for our attacks here. Do I want to play some things? Yeah, let's play some stuff first before we attack. That way we can get more of a prowess hit on the otter here. Takes out the slasher permanently. If I play this, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna need at least another land here to play another potential familiar here. It's a tap land. That's fine though. I'll take it. I'll take it. The familiars are coming out in droves now. All right, nice. And then we return the familiar. I mean, what do you do if you're the opponent when I'm drawing 3 cards per turn, forcing your hand to be discarded, all the removal in the world? What do you do? Yeah, that's what I would do. All right, that's what I would do. GG's, man. Just outvalued them, man. I feel like that's what this deck is really good at, is just outvaluing the opponent. So solid game. All right, we have a pretty good looking hand here. I wasn't sure if I was going to do another gameplay here, but because I don't have much time left in the video, but this might be a little extra long. I just really am genuinely enjoying myself right now. I'm having way too much fun, and I don't want to say that that was my last game ever with this deck. I want to keep on pushing, so see if we can keep getting some good games here. I think tomorrow's video, I've been really kind of like mowing it over here back and forth, and or mulling it over. What's the phrase? Anyways, I've been thinking about what I want to do for tomorrow's video, and I'm thinking that it's going to be Abzan, because I really want to try that new creature that attacks the opponent's hand. That's in Abzan colors. It's a 3/3. I forget the name of it from the new set, but it is really cool. It attacks the hand, and then if the opponent kills it, they get back a spirit token. I ran into that card earlier today, and it was really cool. I unfortunately I beat them, but the deck was still really cool. So I want to try that card out. Maybe it'll be like just straight Abzan discard. Oh, what a draw, dude. Right on time. That's what I'm talking about, man. The familiar for the win. Sorry, my dude. That card is no good around these parts. It's no good around here. All right. Another one. Not a problem. Not a problem for us. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play out the Kaito. Looks like it's going to be uncontested too, which is awesome. We're going to draw a card.
I won't quit until Kamigawa is sick. Sometimes the winning move is to...
And then we're going to return the familiar, of course. That way we can deal with the siege. Guess I should have played that Storm Chaser to get that 1 extra point of damage. I didn't think that one all the way through. All right, well, they are a control deck, because why would you be running that siege unless you're full on control? So the fact they've got some blue mana out there does make me nervous for trying to cast out the familiar again. But I could do it at instant speed once because they're gonna have to commit mana and you know, removal spells to the board. They can't just keep taking this damage over and over. So if they tap out, and when they tap out, I'll be ready to play the familiar, and that should do it, man. I don't think they can keep up with this. We're too far ahead already. We're too far ahead. Here comes the play. It's a stock up. Yep, they used up their only blue here. That'll do it. Not enough. I think they already played a land this turn, right? They did, yeah. So it's got to be a removal spell, because you're about to get a lot of damage dealt your way. Shield's Edict, maybe? They're looking at the Kaito like maybe they have an answer for it. Okay. We'll start by drawing a card. Yeah, they definitely have some sort of interacting piece here. I don't know what it could be, but let's attack first and see what happens. I just need them to use the mana and commit here, because I don't know what to expect. All right, Anoint Affliction. That's fine. That's fine. All right, we blow up the enchantments. And we will return one of these otters here to get an extra card. And we'll play another one. Seems good. Should have played the tap land there. I got a little bit already overly confident that I was going to play that other land. That when we top decked that, I had let go of the card when it was too late. All right, we need some discarding effects, man. Momentum breakers and hopeless nightmares are going to be the key now going forward. We should be able to find them though with the bargain and the Kaitos going off. Dude, this deck is actually kind of gas. It's so good. Straight gasoline, man. Pure diesel fuel, baby. All right, so can we just kill him here, maybe? Let's see. That's going to take those to 2/2s. That's 4 damage. Momentum breaker, yes, please. And that's 6 damage with a discard. And I think that'll do it unless they have a removal spell. They got something here. Maybe it's Terra Sunder, because it looks like there's something they can react with now that they couldn't before. Or not. GG's. All right. That'll do it. And we had Kaito still in the hand and another bargain. I mean, just absolute gold. GG's. What a good couple of games, man. I had so much fun with this one. I hope you guys did too. But now it's time to start working on the Abzan list. Let's go.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.